So let's take a look at what engineers are up against as they try to stem the flow of oil. When the drilling rig was operating, a long pipe called a riser carried oil from the wellhead on the ocean floor, 1,500 meters below. But when the rig sank, it dragged the riser with it, bending and twisting the pipe across the seabed. Inspections have revealed 3 known leaks. Stop the leaks by using robot submarines to close a massive shut-off valve on the wellhead. But so far they've been unsuccessful. A second option is to construct a large dome structure that could be lowered above the leaks. Oil would collect under the dome and then could be piped up to ships on the surface. Another option is to drill 1 or more relief wells nearby. This could squeeze shut the leaking well, but drilling the new wells could take several months to complete, and that's time nobody can afford.
Tiny crystals of ice and gas called methane hydride have been rising with the oil all along since the spill began. And here's what happened. When this dome was dropped, these tiny crystals started clinging to each other and to the sides of the dome inside. And gradually they just built up so much that they clogged the entire nozzle here so that the oil could not be funneled out to the surface. So the question obviously that you would ask is, what are they? Well, this is what they are. Around each molecule of methane, creating this weird sort of slush called fire ice. And why do they call it that? Well, because, look, you actually can set this ablaze. The gas burns as the ice melts and releases it. That, Anderson, is the culprit that's stopping up this funnel from stopping this leak in the bottom of the ocean.
So I understand they've considered using a smaller dome. How would that be any better?
Well, it's an interesting question, Anderson. The reason it would be better, perhaps, a researcher from the Colorado School of Mines tells me it might allow them to focus a heat source right around here to prevent those crystals from connecting and clogging the spout. But fire ice is really a tricky thing. Vast beds of this stuff on the ocean floor can become highly volatile if either the pressure or the temperature equation is upset, reverting to pure gas all at once and erupting up toward the surface. That means, for instance, if you had a ship right up here, you could have the gas coming up like this, and if it went to the top and was ignited, you could have a massive explosion up here. But there's another possibility, and that could even be worse. This is one of the theories of what happened in the original rig explosion, that they had a methane explosion like this. But just as bad, the surface could also become, as this gas was released, an unstable mass of water mixed with bubbles of gas. And it could become so unstable, no kidding, that a ship like this could simply be unable to float and be swallowed by the sea. Some scientists genuinely think this could be an explanation for those supposedly mysterious ship disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle, Anderson.
So there's another option we're hearing about called a junk shot. What's that?
Yeah, the junk shot is the last possible option we're talking about here. To put it in really simple terms, What they're talking about doing is injecting some shredded rope, rubber, and other material into piping all around the wellhead at the bottom down there, hoping to just dam it up. It's possible, but the oil is coming out underneath that water with more than 2,000 pounds of pressure, enough to lift a Mini Cooper. So putting a cork into that could be very tough, Anderson.
All right, Tom, appreciate it. The oil slick has wiped out huge chunks of the Gulf Coast fishing in